This video is on surface area of triangular prisms. Henry and Quinn were asked to find the area of a rectangle and a triangle with a dimension shown below. Henry says that they will have the same area because they have the same base and height. Quinn disagrees. Explain who is correct and justify your solution. So the area of this rectangle here, and that formula is based on height, and the base would be 12, and the height would be 11. And when we multiply 12 times 11, we get 132 feet squared. For the triangle, we've got base times height divided by 2, where the base of the triangle is 12, and the height of the triangle is 11 divided by 2. And when we do that, we get 66 feet squared. So no, Quinn is right. They're both wrong. So Quinn is correct. All right. Triangular prisms. A triangular prism is composed of the following faces: 3 rectangles, and 2 triangles. Bases that are parallel and congruent. Remember, the bases of 3-dimensional objects do not touch. All right, so first thing I want to start off here is we're going to color. This is the net for this figure. We're going to color the ones that are the same so you can see it before we start. Alrighty, so A and C are the same. And then we've got B. And then the 2 triangles will be the same. All right, so if we look at our triangles first, we've got a base of 6. So the triangle is going to be D and E. So we've got the area equals the base times the height divided by 2. So we've got a base of 6 and a height of 4. And then divide that by 2. 6 times 4 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. So D and E are going to be 12. B in the middle has a base of 6 and a height of 9. So that's going to be 6 times 9, which is 54. A, which is one of these two here, has a base of 9 and a height of 5. So we've got a base of 9 and a height of 5, and that gives you 45, and A and C are the same. So that one was 45. So if we add all of these up together, we get 168 centimeters squared. Okay, instead of using all of this table right here, let's do something a little different. It's how I showed the kids in class, or we'll show them in class how to do this. All right, if we're dealing with a triangular prism, we know that we have 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. That makes up the triangular prism. Okay. So if we look at this figure right here, let me move it over so you can see it. If we look at this figure right here, we've got a base of a triangle, which is 6. So the area equals the base times height divided by 2. So the base is 6, and the height is 5.2. And then we're going to divide that by 2. So when we do that, we said 6 times 5.2 divided by 2, we get 15.6. So if that triangle is 15.6, then this triangle is 15.6. And this, if this is 8.5, this is 8.5 and 8.5, okay? And if you were to fold this up, then all of the heights are going to be 6 of these. So if we say 8.5 times 6, that gives us 51, because we have 8 and then 8.5 times 6 for each one. And that gives us 51 for each rectangle, because they're the same here. And then when we add all of this up, we add this, this, and these three up, we get 184 inches squared. So right here in this, I'm going to put 184 inches squared using this right here. So the formulas that we would have used would have been area equals the base times height divided by 2, and the area equals the base times the height. And then for that, you would have gotten 15.6 and then 51. So it's 51 times 3 and 15.6 times 2. Okay, on the back side. Number 2, find the surface area. We don't find the lateral, we're finding just the surface area of these two. Okay, and remember, like I showed you on the previous problem, for each triangular prism, you're going to have 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. Okay, the formula here is area equals the base times height divided by 2. So if we look at it, the base of the triangle is 6, with the dotted line is 4. So we've got 6 times 4 divided by 2. 6 times 4 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. One triangle is 12, the other triangle is 12. We'll circle them. All right, now here, for these two sides right here, when we pull this piece up and fold it, this side is going to be 5. And so is this one. If this is 12, then this is 12. So for this rectangle here, which the formula is area equals base times height, we have 12 times 6. And 12 times 6 is 72. All right. For this one and this one, the area equals base times height, and it is 12 times 5, which is 60. And if that one's 60, then this one's going to be 60. And when you add up those 5 sides, you get 216 feet squared. So 216 feet squared. All right. On the next one, we have, be sure to mark out that lateral. Okay, we're going to come down here for this one. And we have the 2 triangles and the 3 rectangles. All right, so here's our triangle. We're always looking for this, for the base and the height. So we've got area equals base times height divided by 2, where the base is 3 and the height is 4, divided by 2. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So that one's 6, and that one's 6. Okay, here's the other piece. If we pull this rectangle and triangle up, they meet. So this one's 3. That makes this 3. If this is 5, Then this is 5. This is 9. This is 9. You pull that up. That one's going to be 5 and 9. So for the area equals the base times the height for the 3 rectangles, we've got a 9 times 3, which equals 27. We've got a 9 times 4, which equals 36. Oops, sorry, didn't know y'all could see that. And then the last one is a 9 times 5, which equals 45. And if we add all 5 of those up, we get 120 centimeters squared. So for total surface area, 120 centimeters squared. All right, number 4. A carpenter is building a unique jewelry box in the same of a right triangular prism with the dimensions shown below. How much wood will it take to complete the project? So we've got 2 triangles, 3 rectangles. All right, here's our triangle, little dot. So for the area equals the base times height divided by 2, we've got a base of 3, a height of 4 divided by 2. 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. So that one's 6, makes that one 6. All right, so we've done the top and the bottom. Okay, for this rectangle right here, I see a base of 5 and a height of 2. There equals base times height, base of 5 and a height of 2. And that gives us 10. On this back side, if this is 2, this is 2, and here's that back side, which is 2 times 4. So for area equals base times height, we've got 2 times 4, which equals 8. And then on the back side, we see that this one's 2 and this one's 3. So for the area equals base times height, we got 3 times 2, which is 6. And if you add all of those up, you get 36 inches squared. All right, and this one over here, chocolate candy below is being wrapped in cardboard box. How many square centimeters are needed for the box? So we've got 2 triangles, 3 rectangles. Triangle, we got a base of 2.2 and a height of 3. So area equals base times height divided by 2, where the base is 2.2 times the height, which is 3, and then divide that by 2, you get 3.3. So if that's 3.3, then this triangle is 3.3. All right, so we got an area equals the base times the height. So if we look at this rectangle right here, we have 16 times 3.2. So we have 16 times 3.2, and that equals 51.2. All right, my next area equals base times height. We'll do the bottom, so we've got 2.2 times 16. So 16 times 2.2, and we get 35.2. And then on the back side here, because if this is 16, this is 16, and that'll be 16 times 3.2. So area equals base times height, 16 times 3.2, and that again gives us 51.2. And when you add all of these up, you get a sum of 144.2 centimeters squared. And then the last one, we got 2 triangles, 3 rectangles. All right, and here's our triangle. So we've got area equals base times height divided by 2. So we've got a base of 8 and a height of 6 divided by 2. So that's 48 divided by 2 gives us 24. That means this one is 24. All right, so we've done this one. If we fold this up, this is going to be 6 and 8. And that's going to be 6 and 8. Let me see. No, those 8s are not 8s, they're 15s. Okay, see that? This is 15, this is 15, 15, and 15. So you got area equals base times height, where you've got 15 times 6. 15 times 6 is 90. Then you have 15 times 8. And 15 times 8 is 120. And then this one, we've got 15 times x, so it's going to be 15x. All right. A total surface area with a triangular prism of 408. So the area is 408. We got 408 equals, and what is missing side length. So we're going to add up these four numbers right here, and we get 258 plus this other side, which is 15x. Here's where you can do math up inner. When you subtract 258 from this side, this cancels out, and you're left with 15x, and 408 minus 258 is 150, and you divide that by 15, x equals 10. If you have any questions, be sure to ask.